Recently in a restaurant I had, when we sat down, a little crudité and the beautiful bread and a nice swirl of butter that looked a little dark, and the three of us tasted it, and none of us could figure out what it was, but it was tasty. And then we asked the waiter, and he said that was mushroom butter. Well, you know, if you taste something, especially a mushroom butter, you're supposed to know it's mushroom right away. So they didn't put enough mushrooms in it to really, and maybe the way they cook the mushroom. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a mushroom garlic butter. You used it for the same reason. You can have it on the table when your guests arrive. You can use it for a crudité dip, or you can use it for the butter spread for your rolls or your homemade bread. So let's go about making this. Now I know it's a butter spread, but if I put butter in here, it certainly will burn unless I make clarified butter. And I don't feel like doing that. So I put a little virgin olive oil, and I'm going to quickly, with high flame, get this stuff cooked. Right after it's cooked, we're going to put it on my baby Cuisinart. And after that's done, I'll put some fresh parsley with it. I'm going to add the parsley to this now. And that's about a third a cup of compressed parsley. Let that get real hot. This won't take long at all. Okay. First we'll put we'll save the parsley for the end, and we'll add the garlic and mushrooms, and after we we'll add a little salt and pepper. Everything has to have a little taste. Actually, you know, I could put in here also, which I'm going to make this taste good, a shot of white wine. That'll reduce to nothing, and the flavor will be there. This will be good. Something different. And when you have something somewhere and you think you could alter it to improve on it, nothing wrong with that. Now you have to let this, after this is done of course, and after you puree it, it'll have to cool down before you mix it with the soft butter. So we'll add the wine. The parsley. As soon as soon as the wine is reduced, we're done. Put a pinch of little sea salt. Now, if you use salted butter, you don't have to put that. And I'm going to put a drop also of cayenne, because everything you eat, when you eat out, you should remember. And you'll remember if you put a drop of cayenne pepper into the butter, you'll just, believe me, it'll taste good. Well, now this will take a few minutes because now the mushrooms are cooking and they're giving off water, especially these button mushrooms, which have for me, have the strongest flavor of a mushroom when you use it in cooking. So as soon as this has reduced, it will stop it. Okay, that's nice and dry. So we're done. Now I have a smaller one of these blenders which I was looking for, but it looks like somebody moved it somewhere, so I'm going to have to live with this one. It should work, but the smaller one is smaller for such a small amount. Now you can do this by hand, it'll just take you a long time. So we're going to puree this and then we're going to take it and refrigerate it. I can remember how it works. Come on. Thank you. So then you got to scrape it down. Anyway, and keep on going that way until it's very fine. Well, it's a shame that machine, after 10 minutes I gave up, so we do the old school method. Just chop it up. This has to be very fine. It smells good. So I'll keep going like this. So after many minutes, now you see how fine that is? Now I'm just going to take this, put it in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes. Could put it in the freezer for 5. Either way, I got to chill it. Now we'll take that butter that's a little bit soft and the mushrooms, which are cold, with the garlic, and we'll just Now this looks a little bit too needs more butter. So I'll refrigerate this. But I'm going to taste it first. You know what? Well, it's all in the taste. So if this tastes good, I'm going to leave this spread just the way it is. I like that. I taste butter, and I certainly taste mushrooms. So what we have here, as long as it's spreadable, which it is, you could dip your crudité in this. You could put this on your bread. If I had a pastry bag, I would put it in a star tip. I have something to put it in to present it a little better than that. So you have a little ramekin. You put this on the table. And there you have, if I had a piece of bread, I would take some. It's very simple. It's just a mushroom garlic butter spread.